Benjamin Banneker was born here in Baltimore County, Maryland in 1731.
Tupac's impact on the community, our black community, was much more than just musically.
Most people know Maya Angelou as a poet, and obviously, like, she's a poet, but she's plenty of other things too.
He was a free farmer, an almanac author, a surveyor, and a naturalist.
What people don't understand is that Tupac was very involved in educating young black males, that they could have a future beyond just being gangbangers and street riders.
For one, I think the other main role that she takes on is a civil rights activist.
He's famous for writing many almanacs because he had a strong connection to astronomy.
She had a really rough childhood, which she talks about in her autobiography that I read a couple years back. She was a nightclub dancer, she was a prostitute at one point.
What Tupac wanted people to understand is that they can better themselves by just being better individuals.
So she has like a really interesting history and background to her, which shapes her poetry and who she is.
So he was enthusiastic and did most of his inventions and productions through trial and error. And so he built the first clock in the US after modeling it after a small pocket watch, which he just scaled up, making every individual piece by hand.
One of the reasons that I personally got into Maya Angelou and her work was because I did a poem of a recitation of one of her poems for a multicultural night at my high school senior year, and I was forced into reading the poem. I didn't even really want to read it in the first place because I wanted to read something of my own, but going into pretty much just what the poem is about really affected my life to this day. And I can say that Maya Angelou really taught me from that poem that through all the adversity that you face in your life, through any hardship that you may take, you can rise above it.
A significant part about Black History Month is talking about contributions that African Americans have made to culture and technology and science and education. But many of what people in the US consider to be advancements have come from white American establishment, which is just not true. So I wanted to talk about somebody who was less known than most political figures.
He was more than just what his music said he was. He wasn't completely a gangster rapper. He wasn't some thug that the media tried to portray him to be. He was more than that.
I felt that it's important to talk about inventors and contributors to science and education, and not just focusing on famous political activists in the African American community, but also talking about intellectuals and scientists because they are less known.
Part of her contribution to the Black community, I would say, is her take on feminism and Black womanism, specifically with her poem Phenomenal Woman, where she talks about how she's a woman phenomenally, and it's really empowering to just to read as a Black woman. So that's why I love Maya Angelou.
People like Elijah McCoy and Lewis Latimer and Benjamin Banneker were significant in improving and increasing technological advancement and scientific advancement. George Washington Carver as well, that we know about, but not enough credit is given to. And I think that that's an important part. That's why I chose him to talk about today.
He was about positivity. He was about women being uplifted, and that men understood that women need to be respected. And I feel that because he was multifaceted, that's why he will forever be my favorite figure in Black history.